Now, thinking is not easy, and that's why really the world gets into problems. And when I try to think about the past 1,000 years, I can think of about less than 5 people who have contributed to the economic thought of the world and made a useful input. I will not tell you who they are, but they are not many. So therefore, when it comes to what should be done, really a lot of time is wasted. Therefore, since you have invited me, I will try to summarize what I think are crucial elements. In the money economy, when we transitioned from the pre-capitalist modes of production, we need to know that there are 2 crucial players. One player is the producer of a good or a service. The one who uses raw materials and whatever and produces a good or a service. Now, if you want to succeed sustainably, then you need a second person. This is the consumer. If you see the confusion going on in the world, you can see that many people don't understand this. Many people think they are very important, yes, this one, this, but two crucial people. The producer of a good or a service and the consumer. I think the one who helped us about the issue of consumption was a man called Maynard Keynes, who pointed out that the issue of market is very crucial. So I put Maynard Keynes among the 5 in the 1,000 years. A lot of talkers are adding no value, just consuming oxygen for nothing. Because if you don't solve the issue of market or production and then consuming, you can be sure that the economies will not grow. And that's what here we have done for the business people. We have said there is Uganda here, 43 million people now. Our daughters are working very hard. The Ugandans will be 100 million in 30 years. So there is that consuming group. And we have negotiated with our brothers in Africa. Fortunately, they have all agreed when we got independence, starting with Ghana, 1957, people were intoxicated with power, president, minister, member of parliament. But fortunately, by 1980, they had started seeing that titles don't matter so much. That's when our elders, at that time I was still busy somewhere in the bush, not here, not in air-conditioned rooms, sorting out some issues. But by that time, our elders met in Lagos. That's why they talk of the Lagos Plan of Action, 1980. After almost 30 years of independence, they are such a saying that we need to change. They met in Lagos and worked out the strategy of economic integration. So that's how this COMESA, what they call COMESA now, was started. The ECOWAS, West Africa, and so on. So therefore, we, apart from the market of Uganda, we have been working with, and when we came into government, of course, we pushed, and we created the East African community, revived it, it had collapsed. So therefore, when you talk of the market, you have the 43 million people, you have the East African community, 300 million now, you have COMESA, and we have negotiated for the CFTA, the Continental Free Trade Area, for the whole of Africa. And really, the Africans are waking up. They are seeing that market is very crucial. So we have the consumers here. We need more of the producers of goods and services. But the two, the producer and the consumer, are linked by infrastructure. Because if I produce a good and a service, first of all, how do I produce it? In order to produce a good or a service, I need some inputs. Apart from raw materials, I need energy, I need water, I need a number of things to produce a good or a service. So, but then when I produce, conveying what I've produced to where it will be consumed, that's another infrastructure. The road, the railway, the communication to inform or misinform consumers that have got something wonderful like Asporo, which cures all diseases. We had a medicine called Asporo. It was curing all diseases in the world. So therefore, then you have other support systems and so on. So therefore, we are here to inform the business people that, of course, you need other things. You need security, you need peace, you need regulation, other support things, but the crucial ones are those three: the producer of a good or a service, the consumer, and the linkage between the two and the inputs into the production. So when it comes to what they call energy, for us, we have everything here, almost everything, because we have our ancient energy, which we used from time immemorial. This is the sun and the wind. These were our main forms of energy before we got in touch with the Europeans. That's how we used to dry things, dry millet, dry whatever we are doing, meat. Wind for processing millet. These ladies don't know, I think they have forgotten how to do it. Okwera, when you throw up the millet and then the wind sweeps away the omweziga, we call it omweziga. These were our forms of energy, but Europeans came and said no. They brought this other thing from underground. Banyankole did not like it initially, because it was not smelling well, this petrol. My aunt would go to Ntungamo, the trading center, holding her nose that she has smelled petrol. But we found it could be used, but now people have discovered that it causes some problems in the atmosphere. So for us, we are ready for everything.